Friends, so I know I've shown you this trick 1,000 times, but this P51 has not been started for I don't know how long. Is there fuel in it is the question. There might not be. Well, there is some, but it's very low. So, but I know these saws. I know my saws, and I know that this will take quite a bit of pulling on this thing to get it to go right now. So instead of doing that to myself physically, I'm just going, that's it. Open her up a couple times. There's no oh yeah, there is a decomp on this. This thing's got a wild and crazy muffler. But here's why I do stuff like this. All right, so if you want to learn your truck and learn your system when you get these old trucks and you don't have good e-brakes and you want to, I got it in 4x right now. So anyway, if you want to learn about your truck and your trannies and your this and that, don't put your wheel chocks, friends, right up against your tire. So when you come back from working over here, you'll find out what it did. You know what I mean? It'll give you an indication of what actually happened. Did it creep? Did it stay the same? And then when you go to pull out, you can just pull out. Friends, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Ewan, young man, how are you doing? I expect to hear from you later today to give me a report on how you're doing. We're all behind you and thinking about you daily, young man. So, friends, I'm just pulling into this big blowdown again. Yesterday's video, you saw that I got it opened up and getting prepared to start to disperse of this thing and get it out and get it into someone's woodshed. And this is just what I'm doing. I record my life, so this is what we're up to today. I'll speed through some of the stuff, but I'm running some hot rod sharp saws today, and I just enjoy this so much. So, yeah, we'll keep it fairly short, but I hope you enjoy this. And I'm just running my saws up. Going to bring up an axe, a little tool, that little double bit that with the little, pick-a-room piece on the other side. It's just a old school game today. We're just going to skin a bit of this bark, friends. Because when you get blowdown, friends, you get rocks that fly up from the stump. You can see them all in there. I'm not joking you, friends. This is a common thing for people when you're in this situation. Oh, look at this. This is good. This is very good. I don't have to do this, friends, but I am going to take a couple pieces off of this. Oh, look at this. Oh, dear heavens. Look at this beautiful, beautiful Doug fir. There's more in the crotches. But I should be able to get 2 rungs off before we have to worry about too much more here. There we go. There it is. That's the one right there. There we go. Even if you just shake it loose. Oh yeah. Oh! Okay, I'm liking this, friends. This one.
But let's give this a go. I'm going to start rolling this stuff down. I should probably get something underneath this before I release this. But we got stuff. So this 572 has a very common thing it does. It starts on 2 poles.
Friends, this saw has been such a joy to run. It is such a predictable machine. I love taking it out on jobs with me. But this is still just a stock chain, friends. This is not the ground chain that I have on it now. And I've got some great information to share with you guys. So friends, this is just a basic stock chain. I think it's got 1 top dress filing on it. It's a long tooth EXL. This power saw does not like a hungry raker, and I've got some great information to share. I throw a grind on this tomorrow, and I don't touch the rakers. I've got some interesting information to share with people, and I know that saw people wonder about these types of things. So we're going to share all this. This is a beautiful, beautiful power saw. Thought I'd let you hear the revs there. Friends, this dogging in and you know, dropping the RPM on your saws is not the best for really anything. Every saw seems to work. I call it a power band or a torque curve. Each machine has that in a different place. And this one's up high. It's up high, so it's going to cut fastest in a higher RPM range. So that's why a low raker on this saw is not your greatest friend. And I touched on it yesterday in the video. I showed you the little raker gauge, how the rakers are actually higher, almost higher than the teeth. Well, they are actually, but it's a ground chain. It's not this chain here. It's not this chain here. It's the next chain coming up, which will probably be tomorrow. Friends, you'll hear me talk about certain things, terminology like stand on your buck or learn your tip. When you're getting close to the ground, you can feel a proper chain pulling you or pushing against you, okay? And when it's pulling, you can feel it pulling. That means you're on the outside of on the backside of the log. It's pulling, it's still, so you have the opportunity or the chance to get in the dirt.
Okay.
So it's a fine line.
So
Learn your tip.
I want to get as much as I can here. So now we've got the stump off. And what we've got now, friends, to be quite frank, Stankley, is root rot. It's root rot. That's what that is. That's what happens in these forests. That one's got it too. You can tell by the swollen butt. Guaranteed it does. That's what all this blowdown is in here. And when you see trees leaning left and right, friends, the root rot in British Columbia on Vancouver Island anyways, it's so hit and miss. We were on a patch on Mount Benson, me and Bear Claw, and it was bad. It was like in this little draw. Some think it's got something to do with shallal sometimes or moisture. Oh, there's all kinds of stories. I don't know, but I've seen crazy stuff like a beautiful stand of wood, then all of a sudden your saw just goes whop and you're flying right through the log. Let's have a look and see. Friends, this is a stock chain. Straight up stock. Look at it. It's brand new. And we all know how I feel about a brand new chain. I've just tickled the rakers on this to get it working a little better. That freaking saw pulls for a new saw. Those ripsaw boys, they do a good job. Look at this, friends. We got a heart here in this. There it is. Root rot. Still solid, but it's stained. That's what root rot is. Now, this thing is wicked. Let's look at this. Here, hang on. I'm actually going to cut those knots off right now so that I can roll this, but look at that. This is kind of interesting because you'll see it comes up as a twin. See the bark? Included bark there, friend. Oh, yeah. Hey? We'll give it a try. Hey? Why not? P51.
those old vintage saws, friends, I tell you, they're such a different animal. Like that's an 82 cc saw, that, and it's stock, friends. The P50 and the P51, if you ever get the opportunity to, they come up. My goodness. Clank, clank, shaklank. Get one. Get one. They're so fun. They're heavy and clunky and strangely balanced, but in the wood, resting on a log, wide open throttle, those reeds just open up, and they are a lovely saw. I was a Mac man for the longest time with my vintage stuff. And then I got a P60 out here. I was doing a job for a guy, and he used it as a milling saw outside. And I said, "What are you doing with that thing? And what is it?" He said, "Oh, it's a P60. It's been sitting out in the weather for like months." And I'm like, "Well, can I give you something for it?" That was when I was really working on the vintage saws a lot, friends. And he said, "Yeah, just take it and give me $50 and knock it off the job." And that was how I got it. Same way I got my old Beauty Cut lawnmower, right? Anyways, the P series saws are glorious. I've got some in there. I got a P42. I got the, friends. They're fun, but when you are, when you get these 72s in your hands, friends, these new 70cc, 70 and 80cc saws, there's nothing like them. There's just not, with a sharp chain. I only break out the vintage saws, friends, for nostalgic purposes, and to show people, the newcomers and stuff to the channel. Once in a blue moon, we get them out. I used to run the Max a lot, and I still do. It just has to be the right setting, and I have to be in the right setting, to do that. So anyway, we'll keep this one about a 20-minute today, friends. I think it's better that way for a lot of folks. And then we're going to bust into this. Friends, I want to share this little program with you, with what I did with the 72s. I had a chain that's got a couple grinds on it, but I chose not to touch the rakers at all, to give folks an understanding of, well, it's kind of physics, friends. Think about it. You got a sharp tooth and you got a raker in front of it that allows you to take so much. It's like a planer. Do you know what I mean? Those planers, those hand planers, friends? Well, if you turn the blade down more, you go kunk, kunk, and it jams into the wood. But if you've got it set just right, it goes slunk, and a beautiful sliver comes off it. It is exactly the same analogy. Think about that for a second. The sharper your chain is, that's why square ground is so beautiful. And you talk to any fella that is a square grinder, he pulls back on his rakers. He runs a higher raker. You just do. Or you're doing this all day long and jerking and flicking, and it's just not a good experience. So the older I get, the longer I do this, I'm on the finesse road now. I've got some time in, so I like to have a smooth running saw. I like my life to be smooth. I love you, friends. Thanks for watching. This will be a fun little series. A couple of 3 more videos, maybe. Not a ton, but we're getting it. Talk to you later. Work hard. Be honest. And be kind, friends. And find it in your heart to help people out. The world's in an interesting place. Let's make a difference here and just start being the example of love out there in our world, in our daily travels. Thank you. See you on the next one.